All right, guys, we've got Coach Clawson here, and we'll start with an opening statement.
So, all right. Well, first off, credit to Notre Dame. I think our guys played really hard. Gave ourselves a shot in the first half. Obviously, the opening turnover in the second half and their quick score kind of changed the whole dynamic of the game. Notre Dame is just a really, really talented and a physical football team. So, that's, sometimes you have those games. If you did A, B, and C, maybe you find a way to win it. I mean, right now they're a much better football team than us. And, again, I think our guys played hard. I can't fault the effort. We got one more week to play as a team, and I've been really impressed with the way these guys have stuck together and continue to practice hard and give effort. And just today, we got beat by a much, much better football team.
Dave, you've seen that before from Sam. Obviously, you coached him, those so many years. What was going through your mind as he saw he was playing pretty well, obviously.
Yeah, he's a really good player. That's why Notre Dame went and got him. So, they're a program that has, the ability to go do that. And they got themselves a good quarterback, and it's one of the reasons they're having success this year. So he's a good player. Once the game started, I wasn't even thinking that's Sam Hartman. He was just number 10 for the other team, but he played extremely well. And, we saw him do that for us for a number of years.
Dave, with the short yardage situations this year, last couple of years, I mean, it's still like, one person not doing their job. Is it a strength issue combination?
We're just not, I just don't think we're coming off the ball the way we should. I mean, that part of it is bad. In 2011, or 2021, we were really good in short yardage. We took a step last year, and this year, I don't know what the stats are on it, but we're awful in short yardage. So we just, to me, it looks like we're just a little bit high. People are getting their pads under us. And that's one of those things that we really got to look at as a staff in the offseason of what we're doing and how we're doing it. Because you got to be able to get a yard. And the amount of times this year that we haven't been able to convert a short yardage situation is unacceptable. So it's just, I agree, completely agree that it's just something we've been really poor at this year, and I'm really disappointed. 3rd and 1, you run it twice, you should be able to get a yard against anybody you play.
Did that happen to factor in with, the 4th and 3 at the end of the second quarter? Like the thought of, you haven't been good in these situations and just try to take some points there? Or what was that decision?
I think it was just, 4th and 3 is right on the borderline of going for it. And 4th and 3 really isn't a short yardage situation. We define short yardage as a yard to a yard and a half. And, it was just one of those games, Cam, that you wanted to hang in it. And at the end of the second quarter, it was 14-7. And I thought if we could kick a field goal and make it 14-10, and then you start in the second half with the football, it's a 1-score football game. And this was one of those games that you just wanted to hang in it for as long as you could. And like I said, I felt even at halftime, 17-7, I felt like we played well. We were playing hard. And, our MO this year is we turn the ball over. And so we turned it over again. One play later, it's a 24-7 game, and that changes the rest of the football game.
Coach, that third drive of the game opened up the playbook a little bit, got that touchdown at the end with Tate Carney. What did you like out of the offense on that drive specifically?
Well, we called a couple of trick plays, and I thought it loosened up the defense a little bit. And, that's the best defense that we've played all year in terms of their talent level. That is, again, across the board, that's the most talented defense that we've played against. And, you look at your matchups and you look at the personnel, and you go into a game and say, if you just go out there and run your base stuff, you're probably not going to move the ball too much. And so we felt we had to have a couple of trick plays, and the one hit from Jamal to Key. And then we had the other one with Key, which we were trying to set up a throwback screen. And then he made a nice little play on it. And, we called a couple of other plays today that we have never called before. And some of them got us first downs. Some of them didn't work. But we did feel like we had to expand the playbook a little bit, given the nature of the opponent.
Dave, you said pretty definitively in your opening statement that this next game will be the last game of the season. Is there any illusions that you maybe could earn a bowl bid at a 5-7 record with the APR score?
I think there's a lot of things less that we don't control. So I really don't know, how many bowl eligible teams there are. And, I know our EPR here is really good. And if we get to 5, there's the possibility. But by not winning today or not winning the last few weeks, it would have been great if we could have got 5 and go to Syracuse to get 6. So I'm not ruling that out. I just think there's so many different things that we don't control for that to happen, that we're going to go up there and try to beat Syracuse. But unlike if you have 5 wins that you say you go up there, you get 6, you're going to a bowl. With where we are right now, I think we just need to focus on the next week and keeping these guys together and try to go up to Syracuse and find a way to win a football game. And if we can go up and win it, and we can get number 5, and that's the end of the season, at least we finish on a strong note. And if things break our way, then they break our way, and we'll take that as it comes.
Any immediate reactions on how Michael Kern did today?
I thought he stabilized us. It's really hard, Les. They have a really good front. I thought they overwhelmed us at times. I'll have to, watch the film, but, I thought he played well, but, there was times I don't know how much time he had, and if guys were open, and, again, to me, it seems like the pocket collapsed really quickly on him. And again, just at times I thought we got overwhelmed a little bit up front, but maybe I'll watch the film and see that wasn't the case.
Coach, you mentioned that kick at the end of the first half. Could you walk us through the decision to kick that ball and then your thoughts on the execution on that play?
Well, I just told you it was 4th and 3, and it was 14-7. So we were trying to make it 14-10 and go into the half, down 4 points. And, part of the decision is we haven't been good on 4th downs this year. Our conversion rate on those downs is really low. And you get down there and you don't want to come away without points. And obviously the execution of the kick was poor. Matthew Dennis has really struggled the last few weeks. The extra point was low. The field goal was really low. He's just right now not hitting the ball pure. He's hitting it thick. He's hitting it low. And the kick never got off the ground. And it was blocked fairly low. So, it's just a lot of things we're not doing real well right now. And, I didn't think kicking field goals would be one of them after last year in the first half of this year. Sometimes when it rains, it pours. And we're just breaking down in a lot of different areas. And, but again, I can't fault the effort of our players. I thought they played really hard, and that's all I can ask for. And again, today we played a much better football team than us. So hats off to Notre Dame. They've done a great job assembling a really talented roster. And, quite frankly, I'm surprised they've lost 3 games. I think that's one of the best teams that we've played.
Hey guys, we got time for 2 more questions for Coach here before we wrap it up.
Dave, I know it's only one more game of the season, but are there any updates on injuries, whether it be Demond, Deshaun, Keyshawn, Justin Williams, Kalen, et cetera?
We're hoping we'll have Demond next week. Deshaun Jones is probably going to be out for the year. And the Kalen and Keyshawn injuries just happened today. And so, we'll go back and have the doctors look at them. A lot of times with those injuries, the day of the game, you're not quite sure how serious they are, and we'll see if they get swollen and how bad they are tomorrow. So, we'll find out more in the next probably 2 to 3 days.
Coach, you mentioned kicking earlier. What were your thoughts on Notre Dame going up for the onside kick up 17?
It's our job to prepare for that stuff. And the shame of it is we practiced that exact same onside kick in practice on Thursday. They had done that on film before when their special teams coordinator was at another school. And we practiced that exact same special teams kick in the exact same spot. And our front side tackle left early. So, again, we just, at this point in the season, we're playing some younger guys that haven't played a lot of football, and they get on this stage, and in the heat of the moment, they just kind of, they just need to play more. And, they're not trying to do that. They're trying to get back and block their guy on kickoff return. And he just, he opened up early. And so again, I'm sure they saw him open up early the time before and had that opportunity, but that was the exact onside kick that we practiced against. And, in practice, we recovered it, but I guess it doesn't matter if you get to the game and you can't carry it over. Doesn't matter what you did in practice. And obviously that's a little bit of a recurring theme for us this year.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
And we'll take questions for Michael.
Michael, it looked like after the game, you and Sam shared a quick word. What was that like? Just chatting with him?
It was great. It was just an awesome 4 years with him, and we have a great relationship. And it's just great to see him. So, I love seeing my friends, and it's good to get out there. And who would have thought that I'd get the opportunity to play him? So it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to, but I still love him. He's still great. So,
Michael, what did you learn from your first collegiate start?
it's hard, but it's very rewarding to do it with those guys. Just such a family unit. And we were bummed we couldn't get it done. But nobody ever turned on anybody. We just continue to fight, and I'm just so proud of those guys. So it was fun. It was good.
Michael, what did you see from the Notre Dame pass rush?
It was good. Our O-line held up great, though. I think they did a great job. Our receivers did a good job getting open. We worked on ball security all week with Coach Clawson. That one strip sack, I got to make sure I'm keeping that thing high and tight. That's on me, but otherwise, I think they did a great job, and they gave me an opportunity to get the ball out. So.
Anything else, Michael?
Michael, how good did the touchdown drive feel, and did it feel like you guys were getting a lot of things accomplished in that second quarter?
It felt really good. Just be able to move the ball well, just put together a solid drive. It's really exciting, and we knew that if we played to our potential, this is what we could produce, and there's more of that, and we just need to tap into it and find it. But it was great. It's really exciting to get out there and see what the fruits of our labor in that. So hopefully we can put it together again next week and put more of those drives together and go get it done in Syracuse.
How's the dynamic in the quarterback room right now, given the way this season has kind of played out, Michael?
It's great. Me and Mitch, at the beginning of the year, we said it's a team effort, and we've just been in each other's corners, and it's been wonderful. And there's no animosity or anything. It's a group of guys that have just come together and are looking to take on the task. So we're supportive of one another and everything. And we're longing to just get the job done, and that's win games. So whatever that takes.
Anything else for Michael? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Benjamin, the defense has been a strength all season, but you guys were especially dominant tonight. What was working so well for you guys tonight?
We were just in the right situations all week. We were just home.
Sorry about that, guys. We'll take questions for Malik.
Malik, what was it like playing against Sam, seeing him on the other side tonight?
It was cool, I guess. Yeah, after like the whistle blew, it was kind of just, another quarterback. But yeah, it was cool seeing him again, I guess. I didn't really say too much to him. I was just more focused on trying to win the game.
I mean, Malik, it felt like you guys were kind of teeing off in the run game, but really just had some breakdowns in the secondary. Was it injuries? Was it just miscommunications? What?
Yeah, just, not very detailed today. Took some gambles on some technique issues and man coverage, and, they capitalized. Good teams going to capitalize off our errors. So, overall, not the best day for us in the secondary, something that we got to clean up going into Syracuse next week.
Malik, what is the mindset going into the Syracuse game? Is the team still together? You guys feel motivated and ready for that game?
Yeah, just, by the way we've been taking every week practicing and, just how guys have been getting after it. I feel like if guys really love football the way they say they do, they're going to always, use every opportunity to the most they can. So, another opportunity, opportunity doesn't mean anything if you don't make the most out of it. So going into Syracuse, get that win number 5 and see what happens afterwards. And, just another ACC game, going to be away, going to be a challenge, but, we're too far into it to just, settle down now. So, got one more guaranteed week and, knowing our guys are going to step up to the challenge going to the next week with the film and practice and, hopefully execute at a high level next Saturday.
Anything else, Malik?
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Malik.
Thanks, Malik.